Hello, good day to you, and good evening. Or, actually, no, the should be good night. Sounds like I'm signing off, though. Quite the conundrum. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. We are back with Disco Elysium. So, did a cursory investigation of the crime scene and came to terms with our amnesia. Now I need to come to terms with my stats. Have I acquired a level up? No, 85 out of 100. Okay. I was curious about that before, because I only ever saw that while I was looking in the thought cabinet. I was going to call it my mind palace. So I did a brief reading on how this works, and I have to internalize one of these thoughts before I can do anything with it, so I guess I should probably put it somewhere. Okay, that one's being worked on now. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 881, until you reach Le Domaine Eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. You lost me at Jump Over the River. Or across the channel. You want me to jump across the raised bridge? I can't just wait for it to go back down? Alright, so yeah, we'll be gaining a little bit of encyclopedia from that, and receive something when I'm done thinking on it. Got my tasks. I got my equipment, including a book I need to do some more reading on. Number of odd items I think I can sell. Oh, right, and a giant novelty check. It is good. I'm good for it. Alright. So I guess for now we have to hand off that check and open the door of some guy who lives near the, where we started. Good question, sir. I'm not sure what a scab actually is.
We have a right to work!
The man yells toward the harbor gates.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then
Good.
no.
We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Yeah, not interested.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
Yes.
No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
Given a job to do!
So philosophical, Harry.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates. He ignores your presence.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Well, you have the right to work, but those aren't your jobs, and these guys are trying to get better pay? You know,
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His
respect
set of
from their
clothing is
employer?
vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
So, why would this man be wearing someone else's clothes? My first thought is that they belong to the boss, perhaps? And that this is a means of scaring his workers into ending the strike? But I don't know why he'd have to wear his clothes to organize this. What are you doing here?
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
I do enjoy a good drink, but not much for bars.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Looks like I have nothing more to ask him. Greater Revachol Industrial Arbor. Always probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Oh, some money on the ground. Don't mind if I do. I'm sorry, sir. Does this belong to you? What happened to that horse's neck?
Yes?
Nothing new to talk about with Kim.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Well, that's quite the jump.
No response wherever this woman is. Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her
Oh,
hair is
hello
gray
there.
like lead.
Ah. Nope.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Okay, Kim. May talk to her again in the future when
An old
I don't
woman
have Kim over my
stands
shoulder, I
in the
suppose.
middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Ah, so dismantled and lost the neck.
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
The statue or the man himself that was then reflected in the statue?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to you. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
I doubt this will be relevant at all, but who knows, I might find something.
That he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
See, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian.
Oh, we brought in the expert, did we?
Twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, a group of marble pleurants still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Alright, who's responsible for restoring it then?
A group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Alright, so we've got some wannabe artists around here who think it's funny to be ironic. And it is, but... What was... God, I heard someone say this one time, and I'm gonna have to paraphrase it, so I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but you can only spend so much time on a joke before it becomes sincere. Just to say, I think this is going a bit too far for a very simple joke. There really is just no good way to get around this town. Hello there, Harold. How you doing? Welcome to my stream.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
What's going on here?
Yeah, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Everyone's a critic, man. It's okay. I've been here a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Can I have some money?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What you haulin'?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice,
Yeah?
clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
I already know all that.
Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
And you stuck around to wax poetic to no one?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
I have heard a number of truck drivers are quite eloquent and
What's
terrific
better
thinkers.
than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Ooh, yeah, my, shoot. Empathy's a bit low.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I guess your mind's preoccupied and your body's got nothing to do, but keep itself busy while you're doing thinking work, but yeah, manual labor does leave you a lot of time to think. There's probably a good number of books out there written by truck drivers and
Inside,
people who
you see a
perform
set of steering levers,
manual
a
labor.
radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Well, that body's not going anywhere. Might as well get something out of the way here. I have to report my missing badge and ask where my house is?
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Yeah, really leaning into that firewalker thing, eh? Nah, I'll keep it short and concise.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Oh wait, yeah, Sylvie. She was the server at the bar who originally first reported on the body?
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir.
Can I have some money?
10-9, over.
Badge gone.
10-4,
Help.
message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Just slow your roll there, Authority. Yeah, there's a time and place, though, and Encyclopedia, I think, sits all the time, everywhere. Yeah, honestly, I'm doing these responses the way I would do them, and they're pretty boring.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
It's probably because I'm very serious when on the job, and then the moment I'm off the clock, it's
Got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost
super
his
casual.
badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Tell them I said stop.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, Dick.
Hold it together. Don't cry.
Sergeant person wants to know if you
Especially
lost
since
your
I don't have any
Over.
mental fortitude left.
Oh, fuck.
Ah! Well, no, I'm not gonna lie.
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, come in officer. Over. Come in officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
Time to man up, Harry.
He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
I probably should have seen this coming. I should have prepared myself for this call.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco hit right in piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his as soon as he still got his wiener. Oh man.
Fuck off.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia.
I'm not paid enough for this bullshit. Yes, I lost my wiener too.
He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off.
Lay off. Lay off? Tell him we'll lay off when he retrieves the goddamn police property that he has been entrusted with.
Satellite officer. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh God,
Sure hope I don't have to go back to the precinct anytime soon.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna have to save this for later. Oh, that could help me.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Alright, well, let's get this other phone call out of the way.
This is Precinct 57. How many? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Proceed. Hold on, officer.
I probably would.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Surprised she
There
can.
is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Jeez. You can't keep it in your. If it's like, can't keep it in your pants, and you can't. Electrochemistry, just all about instinct and giving into vices. Should probably do something to shut that one up.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I don't want to push too hard.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble. You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. You do? Oh. What else can I do for you? Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
I'll ask about the badge.
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody. And so does your badge. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Oh god, how long was I out of it? Harry, what kind of man are we? I'm not liking how this conversation's going. I think I'm going to end it here before I spook her.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
You've obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags. she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I had seen so many assholes in this place. I got
Harry.
sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
I mean, bigger things in the song, but okay.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so boring. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Don't make me sing, I'll do it.
Oh, the ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sanj.
There we go.
That right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel.
Oh, damn, yeah, that really killed the mood. I was gonna mess around with Kim's stuff, but might need to give that a bit.
Yes? Yes?
Actually, I am curious about this. I feel like you should be taking the lead.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting. He simply nods.
Oh, that makes me feel a little better.
Hello again, officer. How?
Nothing new from you.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Yeah.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout.
Yeah, that is the feeling I've been getting from all the calculus prompts. Tells me how things happen, and it's just up to me to, I guess, do logic myself. Or in lieu of that, let logic do the logic.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
Yeah, go down the canal at some point. So what was that quest that, big ol' man gave me? Open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Oh, actually. Yeah, I've gotten enough for a level up. Okay, what do I want to get more of? I feel like my playstyle is going to lead me to need a little bit more empathy. Is there anything here that I'd obviously want more of? My motorics are good. My physique is good enough. Oh, that's why I'm getting extra electrochemistry. I'm wearing something that's buffing that. An encyclopedia, for that matter. Alright, back to it. So I need to make my way into that yard. Is there a way for me to get there from here? I need to get over there. I don't see a door or a gate anywhere around here. I should walk around the property a bit more.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope my name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Stop it. No, stop.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Yeah, I know a business or two in town here that is very accurately that. Chinese place is doing pretty good, all things considered, though.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir.
Well, might go talk to her later. Outside apartments in Martinet Pier. And roundabout north. But I don't have a bag, do I? I have a couple of loose shirts. Oh.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
I got nothing to look at right now. Not a lot of money in my pocket. Ah, yes, the other side of the fence.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
No, you little shit.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pigs come to take me out. sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
This must be it. The basement door is weathered. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Oh, door's open now.
There must be another way into the building.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Why was that line so loud?
I can't get involved in this.
Yes, my brain. Ugh. Whew, not an immediate threat of dying. For now. Well, at this point, I am drastically moving away from the crime scene.
Hey, up here, piggo.
Don't spit on me, please. Oh. Even have a surplus now. Well, not true. I got a big old novelty check.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach.
I doubt I'd even be able to buy a single life jacket with it, though.
A scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Oh, finally, someone who's happy to see me.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Oh, thank you, Keem.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink?
Am I happy being seen? I don't know. I'm not sure if I know how to answer that. Yeah, he said I was competent, then he gave me a wink. Ha!
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat. I like boats. Give me some money. Oh, wow, there are so many different ways I could play this character, and I'm really sad that I chose to go as me. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to play this through again as a character.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Yeah. Jovial fellow though. He's very talkative.
Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
So I gotta start keeping some information in my head. The body's been here for a week, and she's been here for 3. That's it. Just an observation, nothing more.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan.
Good.
This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Ah, okay. Everybody wants a share in the company then, do they? I mean, this is why we have representatives, because not everybody's voice should be heard. Not to say that not everybody is entitled to an opinion, but I don't know. I'm just imagining a room full of people like those in Parks and Rec. I found a ham sandwich in the park, in one of your parks, and I want to know why there wasn't any mayonnaise on it. Like I did admit earlier that manual labor workers are capable of deep thought and could very well have written some fine literature, but I have worked with a number of them, and I can tell you that that is not the norm.
defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Cool, so they're just going to monopolize it and veto everything they don't like.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
Change!
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was...
Mañana.
Mañana?
This checks out.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Go on to a statue, you see.
Yeah, I see. Tensions are very high.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That'd be all the calories, yes?
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Mind wandering.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Oh no.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does.
So
And
that
when one
wasn't just
turns form
artistic
in his eye,
license. He
the
does
other
have a
takes
lazy
over.
eye.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
The mob serves a purpose.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Gossipy, you mean? Effective advocate for the rights of the local workingmen. I feel neither inclined to give her a response nor disinclined.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
I'm glad you asked.
So,
There
when
was a
it's
woman,
no longer
the
relevant,
previous
yes.
forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Why, thank you.
She nods.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Did I get my number when I made that call, I wonder?
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective? I see. So, are you saying
I'm
you lost
sensitive.
your badge
I'm a
during the
delicate
course of this
flower.
episode?
Don't ask me such questions.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
You can tell by my strut, apparently.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Yeah, suggestion's not one of my strong suits.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Actually, you know what?
You're back.
You're on a
Good.
boat. Why?
Yes, I am. The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
You think you're being smart by asking this question over and over again, Harry? No.
Sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
The eel's hips. I've certainly never heard that saying before, and I couldn't begin to tell you what it means. Do bees have knees? Unbelievable? Inconceivable? Maybe.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I'm so sorry, Kim.
Good. I'm afraid I can't say any more until... Of course, the situation is...
I'm sorry, am I boring you? I'm just so upset that I could be so boring. What is this? Why can't I touch you? Oh, you're locked. I need a key. What is this large thing? A car?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Indeed. Why am I? Guess we'll find out later. Right. I was gonna try to find a way into or onto that building.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Grandma?
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Alright, well... Thought this door was just locked, but maybe I can knock on it.
Must be another way to the building.
Huh. There's just a problem with that line. Don't know why it sounded like that. Alright, now let's get a look at Harry here. What does that walk look like? I wouldn't say it's all that different from Kim. Don't know why I felt a need to point it out. Well, I guess I made an observation about his glasses. Or no, about him... No, about him following me. That was what it was. Okay, so it was relevant. Excuse me, sir. Better mouth your watch from me, boy. Hey, that's my plastic baggie. So much money. I feel like I'm playing like a dragon again. Splatter bullet holes line the wall. Who's shooting this part of the building? Well, I have a bag now. Express need to throw up. Well, I got plenty of constitution, so I might just be able to survive it. But I would feel a lot better if I had a mask and those gloves. At the very least, I know where to get a pair of gloves, so might as well do that.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
It is probably the best way to get through to a couple of old fogies like this.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway.
Grab the ball and show them how it's done. God, I hope I don't fail this.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time as frozen. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory.
So I'm holding it like a shot put?
Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrated until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Ball.
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Okay, yeah, shot put. Literally just going for distance in the water. How do we measure anything?
It wasn't mid. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 24 and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 pool.
Apparently, I thought it was a shot put.
Damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our pool back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
You got like 11 bulls there.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn pool. Good. Mistakes are forgiven. When men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward.
Do you know somebody who could tell me?
The riffraff no longer concerns me.
I don't know what either of these have to do with anything, but I guess.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Oh yeah, I found your guard booth, alright.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
In regards to this case, it is.
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting dirt reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
I want to say that first one as if I was Claire. Should I hold it out proudly? Sure.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent
Everyone holding out their bags, eh?
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boots now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
If everyone in the neighborhood's doing it, it must make it pretty hard to find anything in the first place.
She is nobody. This is none of your concern. And I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Oh, but you were so open to talking with me before.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Gaston, you shouldn't have done that.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway. So might as well keep an eye out. Keeps my senses sharp.
But I got experience for it, so I appreciate it. And yeah, the other line that sure, why not?
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd be happy about that.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Oh, God. If Rene was born in modern era, he'd be the kind of person who supports billionaires doing stupid things because they're smart and beat the system and lived the American dream. And if I lick their boots hard enough, I could be like them too one day. Fuck. Merde.
Elysium is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Yep, alrighty. I guess, I'll ask a little bit more about your game when I've returned all of your pieces. My aim's pretty far off, that's for sure. So how difficult is it going to be for me to get that boule? Oh yeah, there's no changing an old person's mind about anything, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I would ever want to. That is the result of building character over several decades. This man is very comfortable with who he is, and at his age, he is allowed to do what he wants. He doesn't have to give two shits about what anybody says. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that, but at the same time, can really warp their sensibilities. Enormous boule is worthy of a real man.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, so I guess I can sleep on a park bench when I don't have my buddy. I wonder if Renee would be satisfied with this size of bull. Is that a bottle? Ah, yes. So not everything is highlighted. I can pick up those bottles that were next to the trash? Or no, they were over here somewhere. Yeah, there they are. Give me that bottle! I'm just a simple hobo. And at least I am until I find a house. Oop, more cans. I wish I could pick these all up at once.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago. Me? I am just a girl.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need? There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Some shops and a bridge, just coast.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
Anything else? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe...
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just okay.
I want your gloves for that autopsy now, but I don't know how to get that line of questioning again. Oh, how many for experience? Getting there again.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Right. Poetic guy. Whoop, bottle. Bottle! That's quite the crate over here. Onto the roof. Why the roof?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sile is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip him out. So disco.
Shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now what can I do for you? Then fire away, officer.
New thought. Alrighty. Eek.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board. Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and the dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom. That's right. Revachol is the best place for an independent self-employer like myself. That's anything for you. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out. No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait, Humanex, humanitarian aid.
What? Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Seaguy province of the Serais Empire. The Apricot Suzerainty, you know?
The Apricot Suzerainty is what the Seaguy archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Seaguy. My grandma used to grow them. But Seaguy is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Seaguy.
Oh no, -1 for a poor underprivileged grandma. What else? What else? All right, I should probably internalize that thought. Pew pew pew! You were promised a gun, that much is certain. That is why I became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by, what, like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself, and them, from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. -2 to my savoir-faire. Well, it doesn't take too long. Sure.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Okay, I won't ask people for money, but I'm not above asking them for a slice of salami.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
I've apparently had some sort of unfortunate past with a motor vehicle.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some salami?
Sure thing.
It is salty. It is
Yum!
savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Oh, yeah, right, and I've got a hangover. Even better.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
This is salami from the van. Yeah.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Well, I guess that's the end of that line of questioning. Thanks for the salami.
Indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, it looks stable enough that I could clear it. Potentially, but I'll look around a bit more first. Ooh! Pawn shop. Do you take cans?
A typical Martinez street light sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone.
I was gonna say, like...
The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
My concern in a place like Ravachol is what stops somebody from coming in, swiping something handheld, and running out before that guy can leave his box.
This would make quite a statement in your living room.
And you know, all the bullet holes around Ravachol didn't make me too concerned. But seeing this guy behind a piece of what I assume should be bulletproof glass is somehow more concerning. Probably because nobody else has been so far.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Sound like they'd fit right at home with my mother's collection.
Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Her?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Sure.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Falcon.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Now, is that intended, or is this a damaged figure?
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Yeah, is any of that story made up there, Roy? I'll leave it alone for now.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
But I take my job very seriously.
If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape. It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh yeah, I guess that is what's going on there. Didn't realize that was coming from within the shop. Didn't pay it much mind.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Well, they don't want us around here, so, you know, getting mixed messages.
Usually.
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
I think some of your selections are more tasteful than other.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe. Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Can't see this harming me if I fail.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Sorry, little old lady. Selling the pen. Probably shouldn't sell Renee's photo. Oh, and
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
No! Harry, no! Ah! Oof is right. Also, hello, Maximum. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about my poor life choices and deeply, deeply regretting them. This is where I should be taking all my mental damage. God. It's like an immediate realization that I didn't have my gun when I was talking with Claire lost me like 2 or probably just 2 points of sanity. But having since learned a little bit more about how and why, it's done nothing. Not that I'm complaining. I'm not too prepared for a series of mental trauma.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Yeah, I would be too. Forget that.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
So I decided to sell this piece of property that doesn't belong to
And
me.
I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions, the unhealthy kind. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
I need a description, please.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
She wants my rabid fans. I don't think she can call herself a pig if that's what she thought.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer.
Well, damn, now I don't need to have performed that,
Or where she went.
favor for Claire. Broke into that guy's house for nothing.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You just have to hope Everett wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everett's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
If I deliver, then he better as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't do that one again.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Well, I was concerned about walking into your business, asking a bunch of questions, and leaving without buying anything, but you're busy looking at a light. You don't care. Can I open this one? I can, and there are gloves inside. Look at me. Looking like a well-to-do bum. Alright, well, might be some questions that I can ask back at Whirling Rags. And I think I'll press on elsewhere. Alright, can't use this door. It's gotta be this one.
Hello again, sweetie.
Give me some money.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
It's hard not to. So long as you can move on from it. And it doesn't look like I've got anything new to ask her. A bottle!
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Don't like any of these answers.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum.
Oh, God.
The worker is in a deep. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. Into the primordial darkness. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
There's a good chance I could pick that off him. I don't have much reason to right now, and Kim's right there.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium.
So it was assumed that this is the first one that I picked up, and it never thought to just provide that the first time I picked up magnesium. Alrighty. Actually, I do have reason to talk to him now, so maybe I should.
There is
Yeah.
one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
I better not ask for a swig.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no.
I'll help myself to the bottle.
Sorry about that. That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I can get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say. They got it. Majorette's got it. He's guarding the gate. I just getting some sleep. Or was. We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs.
Ooh, gruesome.
If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Thanks, Brain.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table.
Is that my sign that I've leveled up? It is, it is. What do we get now? Now, I wanted to up my Inland Empire and my empathy to make up for my lack of psyche, because I do feel like I've got a little bit of that going on, and then everything else in there is probably about where it needs to be. Do I continue upping my weaknesses to make everything a little more well-rounded, or do I start increasing my strong suits to give me an edge in those cases and make them come up more often? I'm tempted to say that I actually would be a bit of a all-rounder, but that feels kind of boring to me. I think I want to go with a... I think I want to choose a vocation, as it were. So probably something in motorics. My composure is pretty good right now. Interfacing was good with picking stuff. Savoir-faire. Yeah, it's very appropriate that my savoir-faire is currently that low, but I'm surprised I have that many penalties. Maybe I should go for one of the ones that have actually kind of been coming up more. Like, perception's good for finding a lot of stuff. Visual calculus has been good for solving certain questions. And hello, Ivysaur! Welcome to my stream. How you doing? I am slowly falling in love with this game as well, and it is a slow burn, I can tell you that much, but the hours are just passing by quickly. It's a good sign. Inland Empire has been interesting. I don't think I want to put any more points into Encyclopedia just yet. The information has been useful, but I've also been getting some rather... I'm getting a little bit more than I wanted out of it. I'm going to say perception or visual calculus. Don't notice this crook steal your pants. Actually, reaction speed's been coming up a bit, too. Let's play to his strength. I think I am rather well versed in... Decisiveness certainly isn't my strong suit. Rhetoric seems like it might be kind of important. Was this the one that I needed to convince, God, for boat lady, forgot her name. It was like a bunch of initials. It was either that or suggestion. Check what open checks you have in one of... Oh, really? Is that perhaps here? It's not gonna be here. Okay. A little bit of everything right now, so... I can figure out more about Roy and what drugs he's on. Not all that important. Something about the vendor. Oh, right, I can look at that wall. I don't remember who Tommy is. Right, I need legend. A lot of endurance to not throw up at the hanged man. I need to hold myself from asking something of Kim. What did I need? What did I ask him that I needed self-control to... And I failed a visual calculus check earlier. Although it looks like... Those in white are available to try now. Okay, so I'm not allowed to try these two yet, but I am allowed to try these ones because presumably I haven't... No, I did do those. Those on white are available to try now. I don't know what it would have changed that allows me to check Roy again. And yes, I don't have a copy of the map yet. I know that came up last session, that I could get a copy of a map somewhere. That has since slipped my mind. I can't get it in this part of Revachol, though, can I? I'll have to cross the canal. Dialing option will tell you the plus and minus. I'm not seeing a... It's like I'm hovering. Oh, when I go to the place, alright. It's like the only other thing I've done since Roy is level up and talk to a drunk. I can't see how that would have been relevant. So probably the level up. Huh. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, never mind. I was just... I had it selected. That's why it was highlighted. So these are the ones I haven't attempted yet. So I would need more electrochemistry if I want to talk to Roy. More volition if I want to talk to Kim. More visual calculus if I wanted to make sense of footprints in the dust. Where was that even? It's not the muddy footprints in the yard under the corpse. I'll come across them again some point. Let's not dwell on this too long. I've put a point in Inland Empire, put a point in empathy. Let's put a point in... rhetoric, I don't know. There. Oh, I'm sorry, did I just do a... Oh, no, I'm just passively standing around. I thought I pressed a button to put my bag away.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it?
He's not going to be impressed.
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check?
Hey, if it's good, it's good. I'm sorry about the means by which I'm paying it, but
This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
oh, well, I've managed to scrounge up 1/10 of that.
Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Yeah, I don't got it right now, so that's a dead end.
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
So I should come back here in the evening.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Now, when they say thing, are they talking about like any sort of subject matter, a thing, or are they talking about the social gathering of a thing? Like you would call a group of people together to discuss a town issue, and that would be I believe that's called a thing. Okay. All the rabble in this town seems rather well educated. I wouldn't have put it past them to be discussing important things like a thing.
Yes?
When I have the money. Hey, this door's open. Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomatoes. Sounds like a good marinara to me.
Below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garanzi and Kubek. It must be his name. Garanzi. Garanzi Kubek. Sounds representative.
You shouldn't have told me that I failed that. But I'll play it. You said Gorazzi and Kubek.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Stay masculine. Is that all for me to see here? I see some money in the next room over. Oh, did I just grab that through the wall? Oops.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation. If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. The door does not budge.
Are you Gart? I've already forgotten your name.
Can I help you? Absolutely out
Shoot.
of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
What was that observation I had as I was passing over here? And it's gone. Oh! A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Presumably either his or his.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
You lied. That sounds plenty mysterious.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I'll get through to you eventually.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Need to find key.
The man ponders his cooking utensils, and he looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Stay masculine. Back upstairs. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed.
Best not to creep on someone as they're in the middle of a shower.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Why am I having this thought now?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Slow down there, Electrochem. I don't want to overindulge.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better.
Oh, shoot. I didn't see the double negative.
But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Bonuses like what? What's the deal with that door? Well, I guess I can let Kim see the scene.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I mean, the potted plant dying is probably not my fault. I did it my way.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Oh, yeah.
I know what you meant.
I want to leave. Hey. Stuff. For my bag.
mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Finger pistols, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby.
Oh.
Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
What do I get? Reaction speed. Safety's always off. And empty hands gives me +1 suggestion. Ayy. Yeah, alrighty. I'm so quick. Very obvious bottle there, but nope, taking this one. And that one. Hey, don't mind me, just cleaning up the room a bit. Yeah, Kim, you're in my way. That's not a real bottle. Yeah, alright, well, nothing more to see in here, I guess. It's getting pretty late. Those kids left yet? No, just been throwing rocks at this corpse all day.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Alright, this is one of the times where it's actually appropriate. Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig? Shoot that shit at Kuno, Piggo North. The fuck do you want with it? It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Oh, so close.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
I could use a barrel.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Too brutal for you, huh? Kuno fuck your tongue off. Why are you fucking on yourself in front of Kuno? Talk kingdom to Kuno, or fuck off.
It happened. Children made fun of me and I cried. Damn it. Fuck. Damn. Shit. I knew this was coming. I could have done so much to avoid it. No. No. It was bound to happen.
Good call, Pigmeister. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it? Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunch? That's your shit. You figured it out. Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
I need some magnesium to take off that burn.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. Maggot sideways? What are you talking about? You need to maggot up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
Still got a pulse.
Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
I'm not sure how wise this advice is, but... Oh, yeah, No, I'm not going anywhere. I must have said goodbye to Kuno or something. But stream will be closing up sometime. I want to say in the next 10 minutes, but last session did end up running a bit long just because I got stuck talking to goddamn Machine Head. So I'm going to try to wrap it up pretty soon, though.
Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem.
Go buy some magnesium, and while you're at it, buy some alcohol. There's no problem with consuming both of those at the same time. What are you, fucking scientist? Didn't think so.
And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine, nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium.
So I am a smoker.
Excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
You'll take coffee away from me when you pry from my cold, dead hands. So yeah, these weren't the dusty footprints, right?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
No, this is the one, and I need a point in visual calculus. Fuck. Well, next level up then. Which is bit of a ways off. Oh, right. New thoughts. Magnesium-based life form. -1 to the shivers. Oh, no! Well, stop working on it anyway. Alright, well, let's see if we can actually get ourselves out of this zone. Or maybe explore his apartment? No. Any interesting names here?
Old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East
Main
Delta
Hall,
Commerce
Metro Orlando. Boxing for young athletes. 24-hour window. Oh, I guess I could ask them and see if there was a call placed about the window that I broke. That doesn't seem very relevant. Yet. Fashion Atelier. Taxi something. Slipstream. Fortress Accident. Ice City. Whirling in Rags. Pinball. And an empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Guess I could ask the people around. Although before that, I'm going to take a very, very quick break. So, go grab a snack or a drink or go to the washroom. I will be right back. And we're back. Okay, main hall building A.
Off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
I'm not sure of the connection.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Why even have a call box if no one's going to use it?
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Peniel Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Yeah?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster.
She wants the D,
She
obviously.
must be mistaking you for someone else. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Is that me clearing my throat? Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Well, that was, something.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call.
So there's like two numbers here that'll actually answer, and one that's incapable. All right, well, that was mostly useless. Guess I can go talk to the people at the bookstore. That's the only thing left here on this side, I believe.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdall somewhere. Rows and rows of Hyamdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdall, Return to Hyamdall. And the Solipsistic, Man from Hyamdall and the Hyamdall Man. Maybe 100. Man from Hyamdall and the Sages at the End of the World. Man from Hyamdall and the False God. Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake.
Let's do it.
Man from Heimdall. A twinge at the
Yeah.
back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
I'm sorry, is that 9 real? The speaker system was gonna cost me like 13. These are softbacks? Or soft covers? Sheesh. Better unveil the secrets of the universe and how to become the manliest man.
Mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin.
Yeah, Roy did say he tested it himself in his drug-addled state, I imagine.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
There's an interactive aspect to it. That qualifies, I guess. It's like those Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure books from the Scholastic magazine.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. Panel notes.
25 real.
And miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Suspicious curtain leading to a back room. Is that the adult book section?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Ah, yes. Officer Dick Mullen.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Not Disco Elysium, though.
Completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure, what drivel is on this shelf?
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
Oh yeah, these sound trashy.
Is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie.
Yeah.
Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. the murder of Dick Mullen.
I mean, it sounds like there are two instances where Dick Mullen dies, or is presumed to have died.
Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
No one wants to know. Fine. Answer to a question no one asked.
Your attempt to
Damn it!
Answer fails. It seems
That's what I
very
get.
close by. Pulsating just out of reach.
Dick Mullen.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
Cecilia. Why do I feel like that name's come up before?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
It's whatever's popular in Revachol, I suppose.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Ugh.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
I mean, I gotta know what I'm getting myself into before I spend 25 real on a book.
Sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
It's not like I'm taking anything from you.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Homeopathic remedies, I see.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
Wow, just complete trash there. And I don't know what you're talking about. These are all the types of books that sell.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Ugh, God, I hate this woman and everything she has. Give me some money.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Yeah. Hmm.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Come
now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer. I guess it's better than nothing. She'll have to try harder next time.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go! Get back there. The books await you.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
What about this section?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Ah, reverse psychology, is it? Well, I'm totally falling for it then.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Ile-de-Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Well, I think we're done here. But am I done here? Enough time has passed. I think I'll check out the rest of Kim's car.
A set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Perfectly fine going for a ride.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work.
Pry bar. Rebel-handed chain cutters. Hand crank flashlight. Huh. These all sound like they'd be very useful, but having a flashlight on hand is probably the most useful until I need to break into something.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch.
It's like, do I have a limited inventory? I might, but I don't have... Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Still got lots of room for tools. Well, if you don't mind me taking stuff, then better than making 2 trips, I suppose.
A metallic drawer. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Oh.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pull-out toolbox slides back into
Okay, now we're outfitted. Got loads of tools. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna save here and continue this next time. Now that we've got, let's see, let's review what's happened today. Pissing competition between the precincts, sure, that was from last time. So was the body. So were the damages. I can bring that check to some pawn shop or something. Kim mentioned the name, and I've already forgotten it. Like Freet, maybe. I've confirmed that Sylvie wasn't the one who reported the dead body, so I have to find out who did. No lead on that. I am driven to sing karaoke. Who's dead? Who dead now? Maximum, thank you for the follow. Oh, yes, I have to report back to Everard. Ugh. Yeah, right. Lena was very kind and asked me to... Presumably I'm supposed to talk to... not Union Lady. Pine Woods Lady? Gee, sure hope that happens. Yeah, Joyce. Find my badge, and then I can do this, no problem. Or just get more influence somehow. Okay, so I'm probably not fishing the actual bull out of the river. I'll just have to find a new ball. Go to the mess hall at... well, maybe now. Find the key to the secret passage. And get my hands on some cigarettes. Not case important, but you know, self-care and all that. Whew. Guess I can at least confirm what this is over here. There you are. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Looks like there's more to pursue here, and it does definitely look like I can cross that, so provided there's nothing else to do next session, I think we're going to be taking a very unsteady route across the canal. Alright, well yeah, that is it for the night. Thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by. I will be back here again on Wednesday to play some more Disco Elysium, and I'm still looking into getting a new controller so I can return to my playthrough of Shenmue 2. Additionally, I will... what was it? I'll update that poll at some point, although I'm not sure if that's going to stick around because I want to kind of change how things work around here. But I haven't decided yet what I want to do about my my future playthroughs. I got some thinking in that respect to do. But in the meantime, that poll is a little outdated. But if you feel like voting on anything that besides Disco Elysium, I will take it in consideration in the future. So, and you can vote on that in just underneath the stream. What would be more useful, though, is to leave suggestions of other stuff that you can... other things that I could do to improve stuff around here, or other games that you'd like to see me play. Yeah, thank you very much again for stopping by. I will see you again on Wednesday. Ah! Wrong button. There, and good night.